Hello everybody and welcome back. So today is actually going to be a voiced over video because my microphone likes to taunt me. So I've got my picture laid out there of how I did my quilt, and it's a little blurry, but that's how my blocks are going to lay out. So we're just going to attach I'm saying how I have each color on that picture represents one of the fabrics in my quilt. So we're just gonna attach them all together like that, but I put cornerstones in that are 1.5 inches squared, and the strips and I posted a picture of it, they're 1.5 by 12.5 for the dividers, whatever they're called, those things right there. And then the 1.5 inch squares. So you'll need 9 of the 1.5 inch squares and 24 of the strips there that are, oh my goodness, that are 12.5 by 1.5. So I've done a couple of them there, and I'm going to show you how I just added that to one side of the block, and then I'm going to sew the other one on the other side and match up the cornerstone at the bottom there. I'm sorry, I don't like doing voiceovers. I apologize to everybody for this video. I could have redid it, but I also didn't want to do that because it's already done. So I'm just going to, I already did that too, where I sewed the other one. I'm just going to iron that open. I don't like voiceovers because I don't know what I originally said in this video. I feel like there's a lot of dead air, we'll call it. So I only attached the sashing, that's what it's called, the sashing to the middle of the right between the blocks, and then I put a border on the outside. So that's why there's only 24 in the quilt. Just gonna iron them all open, and then I've probably already done a few on this, that's why it's like that. Then I'll just attach them together. For that, like I did it by rows, so I'm just putting one of the rows together, and then I'll attach them in rows of 4, and then I'll attach the rows, each row to the next one, which will also be 4 because the quilt is 4 by 4. I'm going to pin, and the only thing I really needed to pin, now I did pin all the way down it, I believe, but the only thing I really needed to pin to hold in place was the seam where they matched up. And sometimes I had to re-iron things to get them to go the right way, so they would nest correctly. It's okay to do that. Not an issue. That's what I'm doing there. I'm pinning the seam, and then I'll pin one at the end so it doesn't move as I go down after. Sometimes it slides at the final spot. Then I'll pin a few on up through it. Iron it open. Guess I'm showing you the point there again. I really not sure what all I'm saying. So we'll sew those two together then. Just gonna pin them all as I go, and then sew them down through. See, I had to re-iron that one so they would nest. Kind of a occupational hazard when you don't plan it out, I guess. It's fine. Gonna line up the point, the seam. Gonna nest them. And pin one through the rest of it. And I went ahead and sewed the cornerstones there to the sashing as I was going, so I didn't waste fabric and thread. I like to pull the pins out as I go, otherwise I stick myself when I pull them off. Go ahead and sew the other one. Ironing other fabric while I'm down here voiceovering this. So if you hear noise, it's just ironing my other fabric. Multitasking. I'm a multitasker. Alright, we'll snip it loose there. I got another sashing and cornerstone on the machine. Gonna iron it and we'll open it up, and then we'll probably pin, like I said, I did this a while ago. We're probably gonna pin those two together then. Alright, looks pretty good there. Again, we're going to iron that open. Yep, then we'll pin those two together. Starting with the nesting the seam at the bottom there. My favorite place to start. Then we'll pin one down through it. Really, that's all it is. I just attach the sashing on the insides of all the blocks and the cornerstones, and then I don't show it in this video, but then I added the border because the border's what made it a little bit bigger then, so it made it slightly bigger of a throw, which is what I wanted. It's for my couch anyway, so there's not much room there for me to show the whole thing, so I do try to show you what I can, but my space isn't that big for filming, so I don't always get the whole thing in there. I'll iron it open again. Not again, because I hadn't done that part yet on that one. Well, it lined up pretty nice. I like it. It's really exciting when it lines up for you. So those are my 4. So I'm probably telling you there how there's not a sashing on either of the outsides because that's where the border's going to go. And again, I didn't film the border in this one, but I posted the border size with the picture that I had posted. So then I just I cut the border just the whole length of a 2-yard piece of fabric because then I just had some left over. Then I could just sew it and I didn't have to worry about cutting the exact right size because I was never going to get it exactly right. So I'd rather overshoot it and trim it down. Which is what I like to do in all of them. Alright, so looks like it's over. I hope this made sense when I retold the story. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.